Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, One Killer Cat, back at it again. Let's get it. Man, thank y'all for tuning in to Red Key TV. Y'all see the Hellcat behind me. We about to go in and do some stuff to it today. About to get this audio system changed out. At least we're about to try. So, one thing I can tell you is I do have an audio shop that I go to for a lot of my stuff. They do amazing work, man. Shout out to Miami Pro down here in Jacksonville, Florida. If you're in Florida, yo, go talk to them. They'll get you right. Now, I am not sponsored by them in any kind of way. That is not me sitting out a plug because I am not sponsored at all. But I do give a shout out to good quality of work. They're great. The only thing about it for me is they're about to rewire the entire system on the Hellcat. And if I can't get it put in with what I have, I will. I already have an appointment set up for next week for them to rewire the car because I cannot stand that Harman Kardon system. Like, it is trash to me. I don't know if the previous owner that had it before me blew the speakers. He might have changed it out, and then when he traded it in, put the old speakers back in. Shoot, he might have even put somebody else's speakers in there, to be honest. That's what I'm thinking happened. I'm thinking he got ready to trade this car in and he ripped everything out and like went to one of his homeboys and was like, hey, you can have my Harman Kardon system, just give me your stock speakers. And I think that's what happened because the system that is in my Hellcat is trash. Like, I do not like it at all. And some people say, yeah, that's the Harman Kardon system in there. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't ripped through it. So today, when I do rip through it, I'll let you know if it has different stuff in there. But yeah, the system that's in there is trash. So what we're gonna get ready to do is we're gonna take the system that was in my Scat Pack and put it in here. Now, the only reason why I was hesitant to do it that way is because I wasn't for sure if everything was the same. Now, as I've talked to a couple of different people, I actually called Audio Zone down in Dallas, Texas, and I talked to Real yesterday. Like, it was funny because he answered the phone and I was like, real? Like, yo. So it was hilarious to me, but I talked to him and he was like, yeah, man, I did the same thing on my Hellcat. This is what I did, blah, blah, blah. And I have the pack audio and he was telling me about his and I was like, all right, cool. As long as it'll, won't mess up anything, I'm gonna go ahead and install my system the way that I had it installed. We were gonna go the DSP route, which is cool. It's the better route to go. It is the more expensive route to go. But I already had my pack audio. So I didn't want to buy something that I didn't need to buy. I can always put a DSP on there later on, even with my pack audio. But right now I'm like, I already have a pack audio. I love the way my sound system sounded in my Scat Pack. Plus the Hellcat has 2 more speakers than my Scat Pack does. So now I get to amplify the speakers in the back door. So we went and bought kickers for all of the 3.5s. I want to say they're 3.5s in the front up here and then 3.5s in the back door. So I got kicker 3.5s because I couldn't get my JBLs. Nobody had them in store and I didn't feel like waiting on them to come in. So I got 3.5 kickers for the doors and then I got the JBL 6x9s that I had in the other one. So we're going to amplify all of that and then we're going to put my subs in. And then stay tuned for an audio update after this video because my box is getting custom built for the Hellcat. I'm going to have a custom box for my 12s that we're going to be putting in there as well. So I'm going to put one 12 in. She's sitting right there. I'm going to put that 12 in the box in the day as long as everything goes the way we're planning. And I am going to then next week take it to the shop. They're going to pull it out and we're going to put my custom built box in the Hellcat. I'm going to have 2 12s back there in the custom built box. Y'all stay tuned for that. I'm gonna drive this bad boy to my homeboy house because that's gonna be helping me take it apart and we're gonna get into it. All right, let's get it. All right, guys, y'all can see we in there like swimwear, taking everything apart. I already got the speakers out in the front, leaving my factory one right there in the middle. I've actually already put in the pack audio. Here go my kicker or my bass blocker. I'm gonna put that in. Look at the Harman Kardon system next to this kicker. Like, this is what was in there. And this is what we're putting in there. It's way, way smaller. Like, magnets smaller, everything. So we're gonna get a lot better quality of music. My boy Graham back here putting in the work in the back, setting my amps up.
We're gonna get it right. So we're gonna change this audio system. We're gonna change out the doors. And we're gonna change out the back 6x9s. We're gonna change out the front 3.5s. And we're gonna plug this thing back up. And then we're gonna put the sub in the back. 8. Time to get to it. All right, guys, so we out here working, taking the doors off, getting ready to put 6x9s in the front doors and the rear windows and the 3.5s in the back. I do got my 3.5s already installed in the front and put back together. So I want y'all to see the Harman Kardon speaker 6x9. This is what came out of there. $60,000, $70,000 cars. And this is our Harman Kardon system. That's the magnet on the back of there. This is a 6x9. So I'm going with my GTOs I had in my scat pack. This is it. So you see them comparison. Completely different. About to get a way better quality of sound, and mine will be amplified, so it's about to get serious out here. But we about to get to it. He's still in the back and he's doing the doors, so I'm gonna get right back into it. This Harman Kardon system is crazy. We basically got another 3.5 and a 6x9, a subwoofer. So there's a 3.5 up top up there and a 6x9, and they put a bolt all the way in the back, right at the window where you can't even get a screw in it. So we're trying to turn it from the bottom and get it out of there so we can replace these 6x9s, replace these 3.5s. Right now, I'm just gonna replace my 6x9s, and then I'm gonna replace my 3.5 when I go buy some new ones. So we're gonna run 3.5s inside of here, and then we're gonna amplify everything. Front, back, rears, everything. We still out here, it's another day. We figured out some stuff. Got the amps in, both amps. Running the connections that we're gonna end up running from the front, from the factory amplifier up there. Make sure, my homeboy has a more detailed video on it. He did my old charger, my scat pack. So make sure y'all check out that video if you want to see it more in detail. Because down here, over here, right by the brake, the factory amp is. So we're gonna end up taking the factory amp. We're gonna plug it into that harness and then run wires. We're not gonna end up cutting anything. We're gonna plug in the aftermarket harness. I'll put it all in the description below. And we're gonna end up running from there to the back to the amp. That lets me use my factory door speakers, so I can amplify my factory door speakers without removing the factory amplifier. We put the pack audio behind there. Here's a connection box. The actual pack audio is up in this corner. I have it hidden away. You can see the remote wire going to it. But yeah, we basically at the part where we're getting everything, the last little bit ran. The sub is ready to go in there. Right now, if I cut it on, the sub would be on, but we still got to run the actual wires back here to get to the amp. But RCA's already ran. Everything's plugged up. Only thing that we got left is the wires that actually come from the factory harness, so we can run it all in there. All right, guys, y'all can see I'm in a completely different outfit. It means it's a whole nother day. It's been a couple of days, to be honest. We're back at the crib. Me and my baby girl back here. Think about calling her Candy, not for sure. I'm in between Candy and like Nala, mostly because she's a Hellcat, and you know, goddamn, Nala was a cat. She was lying. Either way, you know, I don't know. I still ain't named her. I ain't named her yet. I got to figure out something, man. If you got any names, man, put it in the comments below. But back at the crib, the system is completely in, wired up, sounds amazing. So we ran into a bunch of problems. I know in the video earlier I said I was gonna, we were just at the point where we were gonna wire that harness from the factory amp all the way back to the amp. Turns out the harness I had that was in my scat pack, that was, I think, I had an Alpine system in it, I can't remember. Not the same connection point for one of the other parts that you need to run the speakers, to run the stock wires. So we ran into that after we plugged everything back up, couldn't run it with that harness. Now, I was at the point where I didn't want to turn around and be without the system. Like, cause I could have ordered I could have tried to find a stock harness that would go for the Harman Kardon system. Whatever it's called, you know what I'm talking about. But either way, I could have tried to find the harness for that, right? Didn't want to do that. And I also didn't want to cut my factory harness. Some people do that. They tap it right at the doors and they cut the factory harness. Wasn't trying to do that either. So what we did end up doing is we rewired every single speaker in this car. So I went and got me like some 14 gauge speaker wire, some really good speaker wire. And I went the front dashes to the back, my front doors to the back, my rear doors to the back, and the trunks to the back. Now, mind you, this car has, I want to say like 12 speakers. You have 3 across the top. One, I don't know if you can see me, 1, 2, 3, right? You got 3 across the front, 3.5. So you want to notice if you're getting ready to change and you have a Harman Kardon system. Then you have 2 6x9s in the doors. They're really like 6x8s, but you can put 6x9s in there. So we're gonna keep saying that. Got 2 6x9s in the front doors. So front door, passenger door, both in the front, 6x9s, right? Then you got the rear doors. Those are 3.5s, okay? So if you're gonna change them, 3.5s. And then in the actual back window, you have a 3.5 and a 6x, well, remember it's like 6x8.5 or 6x something. It's just short of being an actual 6x9. That's what they have in the back window. So not only do you have one on your left side, you have one on your right side. So you have a 6x9 and a 3.5. So that's 4 speakers that are in that back window. And then the 8-inch sub that is also in that back window. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 speakers inside of the car and a Harman Kardon system. I swear I'm saying that wrong. But there's 12 speakers inside of that car. Mine sounded like trash. Sounded like trash. So we redid it. Ran all our wires. Wires are good. Put the sub in. Sub is good. There's my sub back there. So I got my custom boxes getting built right now. I actually called Miami Pro today and they told me give them a little bit more time. It was supposed to be built today. They got a little behind. I told them no stress, hey, take your time, build it. They're like, hey, of course we're gonna build it the correct way. So they're taking their time. So hopefully tomorrow, or maybe the next day or so, they call me about my custom box and my other 12. Because I have my second 12 is in the car. I have it with me, but I get to drop it off and take it up there when I bring this up there for them to take that one out and put the other 2 subs in. So be prepared for the custom box. I ain't gonna tell you nothing about it, just know it's gonna come official. It's coming real ready. Like I figured if I'm gonna go ahead and get a custom box, I might as well go all bells and whistles. And that is exactly what I did. I went all bells and whistles. So y'all stay tuned for that custom box. Let me get in here right quick and show you. And we got the amps in here all wired up. My SCAR amp is back there just like before in the other one. Sound system sounds 10 times better. It's way better. So once again, I have more speakers in this one than I had in my Scat Pack. So just know, we gonna stay building this HELLCAT. We gonna mod it all the way up. Wide body kit is on the way, y'all. Make sure you stay tuned, man. I'm telling you, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you're watching this video, you wanna subscribe because you're gonna wanna see that wide body kit get put on here. It's gonna be a monster. So if you're watching this video, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We're gonna keep building this thing. We're going up all 2020. I told y'all, it's just like all the boys that I be watching on there, going up, trying to go up just like them, getting big out here. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, I'm mad.